Hi guys! Okay, it's been a long time and I know I've been saying that the last few videos, but I'm finally sitting down to do a pregnancy update, or I guess recap because I just turned 31 weeks yesterday, which is crazy. Honestly, this pregnancy has flown by so fast and I've been meaning to do this update for so long. And it just hasn't happened, and I'm so sorry. It's September the 8th. I'm still trying to catch up on all my videos, so I might just like upload this one next. I think the last video I uploaded was my gender reveal, so that'll be fine. I haven't like been recording everything in my notes like I was my first pregnancy, but I did write a few things that I will share what I wrote. Okay, so let's just start with pregnancy symptoms. So I conceived mid-February and I found out I was pregnant March the 2nd. I don't know how far along I was. I don't know. I feel like I was 4 weeks, maybe even a little bit after, a little bit before. I don't know. And I don't remember a lot of things. Sorry. Okay, but some pregnancy symptoms this time around was that I was always hungry, especially after dinner. I was super bloated. I remember saying that in the video when I found out I was pregnant, and going to the washroom a lot. This is just what I have wrote in my notes. First few days I had tons of energy in the mornings. I would get up and clean, versus in the evenings I'd have no energy, which usually I'm reverse. I am not a morning person and I do all my cleaning, get all my energy in the evenings. March 7th, 8th, and 9th, so around 5-6 weeks, I had migraines all day, every day for like 4 to 5 days straight. I remember this happened with my first pregnancy, but not until I want to say my second trimester that I experienced these headaches. Luckily, I've only had them once, and that was during those first few weeks, like I said, 5-6 weeks. But it was those excruciating headaches where I couldn't do anything. They weren't so bad when I was, if I was like sitting or lying down. I still had them, but they were manageable. But if I stood up or walked around, I had like excruciating pain in all three of my head. It's like stabbing. I don't even know how to describe it. It was just, they're horrible headaches, and I had them all day, every day for like 5 days straight, and it was horrible. Especially this time because I had a toddler to take care of, so it was just not fun. I'm glad it's over with, and I'm glad it didn't come back. Okay, so when I found out I was pregnant, I was still nursing Jack. We were down to breastfeeding, I think, just before bed. So not a whole lot, like once a day. And then usually he was waking twice a night for feedings. On March, what was it, 27th? No, sorry, 26th. I was nursing him, and when he went to latch, he nipped me, and he bit my nipple, and I yelped, and I think I scared him, and he unlatched and cried and would not latch after that. I didn't think anything of it at the time, but all that night he woke and he would not latch. I tried bringing him out in another room. I tried calming him down. Nothing worked, and he didn't latch after that. I was so sad because I wasn't ready. I mean, look, like, it's been nice to have a break from breastfeeding between the two babies, but I was so not ready to stop nursing Jack. And I'm glad he kind of, I guess, technically self-weaned, not really, but instead of me trying to wean him off, if that makes sense. So I'm pretty sure we stopped nursing because of that, but your milk can also change when you become pregnant, so maybe that also factored into why he stopped nursing. I don't know, but anyways, I was really sad for days. And eventually I stopped trying to get him to latch because nipple stimulation in early pregnancy is probably not a great idea. Heartburn. I've had heartburn on and off. So with my first pregnancy, I know I'm like comparing the two a lot, but with my first pregnancy, I didn't have any heartburn until my 3rd trimester. This time I've had a heartburn on and off my whole pregnancy. Really, it just depends on like what I eat before bed. So if I get it, it's my own fault. If I do get it, I usually just pop a couple times and that helps and it's gone. So yeah, it's not bad at all. I had really bad gag reflex in early pregnancy this time with brushing my teeth, and just like different foods like bananas and yogurt are always like horrible, make me gag all the time anyways, but it was really bad for there for a while. Okay, into the second trimester. So I have a really funny, like embarrassing story for you, but I'm gonna tell you anyways because I really don't care. One night in bed, this happened to me in my first pregnancy as well, but it's happened more this time around. Still only a couple times, but still. So I was sleeping in bed one night and I was dreaming that I was using the washroom, but I wasn't in the washroom. You probably know where I'm going with that. I didn't like full on wet the bed. I did like, you know, I did start, but like, I quickly realized what was happening and I like jumped out of bed and ran to the toilet, and I didn't even get the sheets wet, which I don't know how that happened, but yeah, that was at 17 weeks. It's happened, like I said, a couple times since then, so not a lot, but like more than my first pregnancy. It's the weirdest thing and it's so embarrassing, but I started feeling kicks this time around at 16 weeks, about the same with Jack. And then I saw my first kick at 18 weeks, which I think is about the time I started seeing them with Jack, but I'm not 100% sure. If you watched my like previous videos, you would have seen that my face was horribly broken out. I had horrible perioral dermatitis. It finally cleared up around 20 weeks. I think it had a lot to do with hormones, like postpartum hormones, maybe stop nursing hormones, because I got this rash around October, November of last year. And that was when my milk supply started to drop. So it probably had a lot to do with my hormones and just, yeah, a lot of things. To clear it up, again, I think it was a lot of hormonal issues, but I really started paying more attention to my skincare routine because I am not a skincare person. I hate skincare. I use a moisturizer, that's about it. I don't even do that every day, but I try. But I really started trying to use a cleanser and exfoliator, not every day. Well, actually, I think I was using it every day, like when it was at its worst early this year. And it did clear up. So thank goodness, because it was so bad. I was very self-conscious about it, and I'm just glad I don't have to do it. And I hope it doesn't come back. I hope, but if it does, I'm gonna try my skincare routine, and if that doesn't work, then I know that it was just hormones. I never use like a cream or anything like that because a lot of those like steroid creams you can't use when you're pregnant. So yeah. I had wrote that I was feeling big already at 23 weeks. She seems really high and everything is up under my ribs. I still feel like this. Sitting is uncomfortable because I feel like I can't breathe, and it's more comfortable to recline or stand. Even reclining though, I feel like it's a lot of pressure on my back and that's not even comfortable. So like standing or lying down is the most comfortable position. I wrote my boobs are sitting on my belly at 23 weeks. That has been very uncomfortable. Like when I'm pregnant, my boobs just blow up and they get so big. I hate it so much. Like I just hate boobs. So at 25 weeks, I was 154 pounds. So I gained 15 pounds at 25 weeks. I'll talk more about weight gain in a minute, but yeah, occasional heartburn. Migraines at 25 weeks for about 3 days again. Okay, so I lied. So I had migraines for like 4 or 5 days straight at 6 weeks, and then again at 25 weeks for 3 days. They're horrible migraines, you guys, like horrible. So like at the end of my second trimester, some evenings I would feel sick and have a lot of like heart palpitations, is that how you say it? Where your like heart rate goes really high and you just don't feel good. that happened to me for a while, like for a while there it was happening. I don't know if it had to do with like my blood pressure or blood sugar levels, but it's just not a great feeling. It's like your heart rate rises, you just feel like something's not right, like you're sitting on the couch and your heart rate's through the roof. It's so weird. I brought it up to my doctor. She said that she could send me for testing if I wanted to, and I was like, well, do I need to? Like, is it something to be concerned about? And she was like, keep an eye on it until I see you again, which it was only a couple weeks. And when I went back, which was like this Thursday, I haven't had it in a while, so we're just gonna leave it for now. So yeah, that was that. So that's all I'm gonna put in this video. I don't want it to go too long, so I'm gonna break it up into 2 videos. My first and second trimester recap in the first video, and then in the second video I'll talk about everything that's going on right now in my 3rd trimester, even though I'm only 31 weeks, so like still early in my 3rd trimester. But I'll just finish talking about everything in that video, just so this one's not like 30 minutes long. Okay, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in a couple minutes in the next video. Bye guys.